Boy, MSNBC. MSNBC. Throw that old thing away. Oh boy. You know Joe is so bad that even MSNBC had to pull the show. That man is just a sad person. See what y'all, I'm looking at the comments right now. The Joe that wasn't on TV was the best version of Joe there has ever been. MSNBC should cancel the show, period. Calling Joe talented anchor is like calling Joe Biden a talented president. Poor Joe. He's upset that he couldn't be hateful, decisive person for one day. Oh boy. Oh boy. MSNBC. Oh man, I loved how Don Jr. did that reporter yesterday, man. Put his foot down. Put his foot down. I'm telling you. You know, because we're sick of it, man. We're sick of what's been spewed out, man. The lies, the hate. It's just disgusting, man. All the bias reporting. You know, people are sick of it, man. Sick and tired. Sick and tired, man. You know. And they've bought this, man. They've bought this upon us. And while we're at where we're at now, while the violence and all the hatred, the left, man, it's disgusting. People on there pulling the race card, playing victim, calling him this and that, trying to make him seen as such an evil person. He's a racist, the dictator, threat to our democracy. I tell you, man. Mainstream media, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBC, NDC, AMG, CMO, Lilo, Joe. You get the point. Yeah. Let's go and jump in, though. This is coming from my brother Greg, man. So huge shout out to my brother Greg. Let's see what's going on, man. The title is Humiliated Joe Scarborough Fumes Over MSNBC Pulling Show Off Air After Failed Trump Assassination. And again, I need y'all to put prayers for Trump in the comments, man. Prayers for Trump and his family in the comments. Prayers to you guys and your family as well. As we're living in the darkest times ever, man. We're living in the biggest history yet. And it's just more news is going to come out every single day. And we're going to bring it to you. CNN just broke air as I'm recording this after the convention yesterday, and admit and predicted and even put up the map that it's looking like a landslide right now in November. But we cannot stop now, you guys. We cannot stop now. You know, we cannot stop now. We got to keep stomping the ground. We got to unite, man. We got to come together. We got to love one another. We got to keep speaking out. We cannot stop now, you guys. We got to go vote. We encourage everybody to go vote, man. But again, prayers to Trump and his family, man, his protection. We're living in some crazy times, y'all. But July the 13th, 2024 was historic. And will go down in history. It's going to be in your kids' history books, man, of what took place. Salute, man. There's been millions and millions of people that have taken a bullet for all of us, man. Tons that are watching this video today, that are subscribed to this channel. Tons that suffer with suicidal thoughts, depression, PTSD, anxiety, right now as we speak. Salute to our veterans, man. Salute to the ones that made the ultimate sacrifice, man. Salute to our first responders, man. Let's check this out.
They were unsure of what more about this. We're going to bring in News Nation media contributor Colby Hall. Colby, thanks for joining us. The other bit of this, yesterday there were even reports that they were unsure of what guests might say on the air on that opinion-based program, and that was one of the reasons. What did you make of yesterday's scrapped show?
A lot of drama. I mean, it was not a brave moment for NBC News executives. And candidly, Joe and Mika and the guys, they're pissed. They're angry that, basically the NBC executives, sort of ostensibly said that they didn't trust them with breaking news. And of course, they have a lot of high profile guests that are known, like a lot of opinion programming that's not real straight news, that try to say stuff that's over the top to try to get attention. And, Saturday afternoon, early evening, was a grave and sad day in American political history with the attempted assassination on Trump. And it's a very progressive show. So you can understand some of the logic, but you also have to be able to believe that the people you put on air will be disciplined to not say something inflammatory or wrong. So it's stunning drama that these top talent are basically calling out NBC News executives. It's not something we typically see on morning show programs.
No. All right, guys, so we got to talk about Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski, who reportedly are fuming. They are pissed after being humiliated in front of the world following the failed assassination attempt on Trump, because MSNBC's executives apparently decided that Mika Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough are too unhinged with their commentary, their opinion commentary, in order to handle the responsibility of responsibly covering the failed assassination attempt on Trump. So they pulled Morning Joe off air following the failed assassination attempt because they were afraid that one of the guests on their show might say something stupid, too stupid for MSNBC to get behind. Now, again, this network has aired all types of rhetoric and nonsense.
Crap. Garbage. Yeah. We're sick of it. But, MSNBC's actually been shining a huge landslide coming November. We'll give them that. Man. All the crying Joe has did live on air and freaking out and melting down. All the melting down they did live on air.
That, in my opinion, you could argue has incited some violence, right? They have aired the Lincoln Project, Rick Wilson, other unhinged leftists that typically go on their show and spout Trump deranged nonsense. So the fact that they pulled Morning Joe because of the possibility of them saying something dumb really tells you everything you need to know about that show, right? And what that show is all about. And Joe Scarborough this morning and Mika Brzezinski, they went on air and they openly fumed over being humiliated by their own network. Take a look.
Before we start this hour, Willie, I just wanted to briefly talk to our friends and viewers that watch us every day, and talk about what happened yesterday. We were told in no uncertain terms on Sunday evening that there was going to be one news feed across all NBC News channels yesterday. The Today Show would be Lester Holt, other people that you worked with on Sunday, and that was going to be one news feed across all NBC News channels, that we were going to stay as a network in breaking news mode throughout all day yesterday. That did not happen. We don't know why that didn't happen. Our team was not given a good answer as to why that didn't happen, but it didn't happen. We were also told it was going to happen throughout the day. And I guess after there was such a strong blowback about yesterday morning, I guess they changed their plans. And so those plans changed as well. So it didn't. We've talked about it off the air. We'll talk about it on the air because we talk about everything on the air. We were very surprised. We were very disappointed. And if we had known that there wasn't going to be the one news feed from NBC News across all NBC News channels, Willie, we obviously would have been in yesterday morning.
Yeah, I was here up early on Sunday morning with NBC's coverage. Savannah and I led the coverage on Sunday in the immediate aftermath, talking to eyewitnesses, talking to officials about what happened. obviously suited up and ready to go for yesterday morning on a big morning, and we're told that something else was going to be broadcast. So we are here today, going through a lot, catching up a little bit, but we want to be here for our audience, and we know you trust us, and we have ultimate respect for you guys. So we are here today. And wish.
I just can't get that picture out of my head. Y'all know that clip that y'all sent me of them walking in Trump and loving on him, and he was touching Mika's hair, and Joe was smiling and all that. They were making comments, and just, it was so loving, That clip just, every time I see these two, that clip just keeps playing in my memory. I don't know what it is now. And it's y'all fault that y'all sent me that clip to watch. But they used to love Donald J, man. They used to love some DJ T, man. I'm telling you, they used to love some DJ T, man. And it's sad, and it breaks my heart, man. And it's brought us to tears of how they've treated this man, what they've spewed out, how they've tried to make him look, what they've said live on air, how they've completely wiped this man, what I say, y'all, through the mud. Through the mud, man. And that's why you see all what's going on right now in today's time. They spew out all this hatred, this negativity, this false rhetoric, And that's why we have all the violence and hatred going on now. While we're divided now, a divided nation must fall, man.
Wish we'd been here yesterday.
Yeah, we all wish we would have been here yesterday. We still would like to figure out exactly why there wasn't that one news feed.
And I think the reason why is this show began and continues 17 years later on being the place where you can go to have the hard conversations in a civil way. And so it seemed like now more than ever is a time that we would like to be on. And I think our viewers agree with that. So we continue. We are 5 minutes past the top of the hour.
No, and let me just say, next time we're told there's going to be a news feed replacing us, we will be in our chairs.
We'll be sitting here.
Yeah, and the news feed will be us, or they can get somebody else.
Be sitting.
Wow, they're pissed. They're mad. They're salty. Okay.
I love Greg, man.
Apparently they were told that, listen, guys, we're not going to have any opinion commentary on the Trump failed assassination attempt. So it's not you guys and your unhinged rhetoric. No, that's not it. We're just going to have news. Okay, we're going to have just straight news, right? No opinions. So again, it's not about you, right? It's not about you. But apparently it was about them. Because again, the rationale that was told to the media is that we're afraid that one of their guests or them may say something dumb following the failed assassination attempt. So therefore, we're going to proceed with caution. And I actually really understand why Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski are pissed. Actually, I really do understand it, because despite this reasoning from MSDNC, they decided to allow the same stupid opinions that they claimed they were trying to avoid having on air. They decided to allow that later on in the day during the RNC, because they had Jen Psaki, Rachel Maddow, and Joy Reid giving coverage of the event, in which Joy Reid, with her unhinged Trump deranged wannabe black woman self, essentially openly blamed Trump in his rhetoric for the assassination attempt against him, and says that, well, Trump should not be allowed to play victim. And she's concerned that the media is going to treat Trump like a victim and not say things that could incite violence against him because of what happened to him.
I will say that the kind of universal kind of reaction that I'm getting, whether it's civilians or, professionals, is really a deep concern and lack of confidence in not us at this table or us at MSNBC, but us as the media writ large. And a fear that what's going to happen now is that the Republican Party will do what they do. They're in the middle of a campaign. The convention started today. But the media will acquiesce to trying to convince people that the things they've been experiencing for the last 5-6 years didn't happen. That the greatest purveyor and promoter of political violence, really, since anyone can remember, since George Wallace, I think, that we just haven't experienced that kind of open, sort of citing or sort of incitement of violence or sort of luxuriating in the idea of violence. It's just not something we're used to anymore in American politics. And then we had to get used to that being a thing. And people are concerned and expressing concern that we won't be the guardians of memory and that we will allow Donald Trump, as he is, bathed in the glory and grandeur of his party, to rewrite himself as both a hero and a victim, that people who are the most vulnerable to not just the things he's done, but the things he's promising to do, and that will then happen without a guardian saying, wait, stop. And then the media will acquiesce to this rewrite. And the people that I've been talking to don't accept the rewrite. They still remember that this person said, get him out, I'll pay your legal fees. They still remember that Republicans like Marjorie Taylor Greene did ads where they had long guns and were firing at pictures of Nancy Pelosi and have been promoting the idea that the Democrats, the left, the liberals, it'll be peaceful, said the Heritage Foundation leader, if the left allows it. People haven't forgotten those threats, and they don't want us to forget them either.
And at the same
Yeah. Wow. I definitely understand why Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski are upset, right? Because I would be upset too if my network pulled my show off air.
Yeah.
Because they were afraid that I might say something stupid just for later on in the night, the same network to air another unhinged opinion commentator, right, who goes on air and says something as stupid as what Jordan.
Even worse. They says not even. It's just even worse. You just can't. And what y'all say? We just can't make this up. We can't. We can't, y'all. We can't make it up, man.
Reed just said, right? Which is that, well, I'm afraid that the mainstream liberal media might handle Trump with kid gloves, right? We're not going to be able to criticize Trump the same way we were criticizing him before because he's going to play hero and victim, and the media should not go along with this, right? Again, I told you guys just a couple days ago, I saw it coming, right? I saw the pivot. As soon as Democrats rallied behind Joe Biden, I said, oh, here we go. Here we go. The media is going to go right back to what they know and love, which is just endlessly attacking Trump. Again, it doesn't matter if Trump almost was assassinated. These people apparently, again, are not concerned whatsoever about what their rhetoric may have caused or what role it may have played in that assassination attempt, right? They don't care. Again, evidenced by what Joy Reid is openly saying on air, which is that she's trying to imply that, hey, Trump is not some victim, even though he most certainly is a victim. He was almost assassinated. I mean, by definition, you are a victim if you are almost assassinated. But again, according to Joy Reid, what she doesn't like is the fact that now the media has to be careful about how they cover Trump. And I told you guys, this is why they're trying so hard to spin this narrative that the shooter was some type of Trump supporter, right? There are now reports that there were Trump signs outside of this guy's house, right? Which again, there's no evidence of that. There are no pictures. Okay, there's nothing that can actually back up that claim outside of eyewitness testimony. Okay, apparently can't get in the guy's phone. The guy was never on social media. Again, I'm not sure how you become so radicalized to assassinate or attempt to assassinate a former president if you're not on social media, okay? But apparently this guy was so radicalized, but yet we have no real documentation of the potential radicalization at all. This is the first time I've ever heard of the feds not being able to get into somebody's phone and to get the information that they need. But I believe maybe they did actually get into the guy's phone, and then they found out, oh, well, None of the information in here really helps us out that much. Which, again, is fascinating, right? It's fascinating how the feds can't get any information that can clearly establish a motive, while at the same time we have the mainstream liberal media trying to paint this narrative that, well, this guy was a Republican. This guy was a Trumper, right? Just believe us, right? Some people said they saw Trump signs out in his yard, okay? This is what they're doing, guys. And again, by the time they actually find the information, if they ever find the information, if we ever get the truth about what actually happened, which I don't think we're ever going to get the truth, because I think the rabbit hole is deeper than any of us can imagine in regards to why and how this happened. But they're already trying to make it ambiguous now in regards to the motive to confuse the masses so that people don't think that, oh, well, this happened because of the left and their rhetoric, right? This is what they're doing. And it happens every single time there's a mass shooting that leads back to somebody who more than likely has left-wing ideology. This is what the media does, right? They try to make it ambiguous in regards to what the person believed. They hide stuff, okay? Yep. You never get the manifesto. But again, if it's somebody that they're sure is a right-winger or somebody they can spin as a right-winger, even if they're not a right-winger, they'll come out and say, oh, this person was a right-winger, right? You'll see the manifesto. You have all the information. Okay, like, for example, the Buffalo mass shooter. That guy was not a conservative. I mean, admit it, not a conservative. I don't like Fox News, don't like Tucker, but yet they blame Tucker and they blame Fox News, even though we know for a fact that this guy was not a conservative. Again, that is how desperate the media is to control the narrative around these incidences of violence. And they really want to do that in this situation, because if it comes out that this person was motivated by left-wing anti-Trump rhetoric, then all of these people in the media, especially people like Joy Reid and Joe Scarborough, they're responsible. They should feel some type of responsibility for it, okay? Based off their own standards. But we all know that these people never hold themselves to standards that they hold other people to. Never. Okay, they never do that.
Never, never, never.
And again, I just find it to be fascinating how MSNBC pulled Joe Scarborough because they were afraid that one of their opinion commentators would say something stupid, but yet they decided later in the day that it was fine to have their opinion commentators at MSNBC come out and to say something stupid about the Trump assassination attempt. It's just pretty funny how that worked. So again, if I was Joe Scarborough, I'll be pissed too. It's like, you didn't allow our stupid commentary, but you allowed.
And we're not even surprised it came out of Joyless Reed's mouth. Joyless Reed, man. Boy. Threat to our democracy. Boy, that Trump derangement syndrome, boy. And as you can see, there's no coming back from stage 4, man. Stage 4 TDS.
Joy Reid's stupid commentary, yeah, I'd be fuming as well too, right? I would be upset. I'd be mad, okay? So, again, it's just pretty hilarious. But at the same time, MSNBC is still MSNBC. They haven't changed. As you guys can see, the media is back to their same old tricks.
Same old stuff, man. Same old stuff. But a lot of people are now seeing it for what it is, man. And we can't stop now, y'all. We can't stop now. We are still up for a huge victory, a huge win. I love you guys, man. I'm wishing the best in all you guys' life. I want to send prayers out to you and your family, prayers out to Trump and his family around these dark times that we're living in, man. The craziest, the most darkest times, man. For real. I want to send my prayers and love out to the ones that were affected by this whole event. Condolences and love to the Carpenter family. Corey Carpenter, rest in peace. You know, it's sad where we're at right now, man. It really is. It's sad. America isn't America anymore, you guys. You know, the media, I mean, just very divided, man. We got to come together, y'all. So we're gonna continue to spread the love. I love y'all. And there's a lot of people right now in the comments asking me about Doug in exile. My other brother Doug, man, in exile. We got an update on his channel. Everything should be fine and go back within the next 48 hours, I believe, or it might take longer. You guys can go on X and Twitter and just type in Doug in Exile. He's posting and doing stuff on there. And he's like, there's all the updates are on Twitter or X. So y'all can just type it in and go look and see everything that's going on. It was some kind of mix up. But things should be sorted out and fixed shortly. I see a lot of people in the comments. A lot of people that are subscribed to him are also over here. A lot of beautiful patriots, happy patriots are over here as well. So I'm just giving you guys an update. And he is he's in good spirits. Because I got the news last night as well, and I was just kind of shocked and freaked out of what's going on. But yeah, all the updates are on Twitter or X. So I love y'all. And hey, I will catch you beautiful people in the next one, man. Peace and love, y'all. One love, baby.